Hi guys, it's that time of year where a lot of the holiday palettes start rolling out in makeup stores. I got my hands on my first one and it is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Pinup Girl Blush Palette. It comes in this gold clutch-like packaging here and it has two vintage style bobby pins that you can actually take off and use. I posted this on Instagram and some of you asked me to let you guys know what I think of it and also if it's worth getting. Not just worth getting, but also if you picked up the holiday palette last year from Tarte. It's called the Off the Cuff palette because it came with a cuff bracelet. I really like this one. So you guys wanted to know that if you have this, is it also worth getting the Pinup Girl Blush palette from this year? This is what the inside of the palette looks like. I will let you guys know what I think of it. I will swatch them for you and then kind of compare it to last year's palette as well. So to start off, this is $42 and it comes in this box right here. It's a part of their Sweet Dreams 2014 holiday collection. To start off with the packaging, I really like it because I am a fan of gold. I just think it's really chic and really sturdy. Some people don't like how ornate it is, but I find it to be fun. And it is a holiday palette, so they went all out, I think, and made it look really pretty. And the inside, the gold detailing around here too, is very, very nice and luxurious. It does come with a nice big mirror. It does close right here like that. For $42, you do get 5 blushes, and I find that to be a great deal because if you get a single blush from Tarte, their Amazonian Clay 12-hour blushes, they are $26 a piece. So instead of getting 2 of them for more than 50 bucks, you can get 5 of them for $42. I wanted to try this for a while before I let you guys know my thoughts on them. I've tried all but the one in the middle. So the last 4 days, I've been able to try the ones on the outside. It comes with one of these clear sheets that goes right over it, and that's the only way you're gonna know what the color of the blush is called. Irreplaceable is the one I just swatched, and it is very pigmented. That's with one swipe. This next one is what I'm wearing right now. And it is a peachy shade. In person, it looks pretty bright on my cheeks. The pink in the middle looks like a matte pink. It's like a Barbie pink. And this is a berry shade right here, perfect for fall and winter, and it is called Embraced. It is very pigmented and beautiful. It does have a little bit of shimmer in it. I would actually call it more like a sheen. And the last one is kind of weird. It's more of like a peachy beige. I don't know if it's really going to show up. This is one that I tried yesterday and it almost seemed like it would be a good blush to wear on those no makeup days where you don't want to look like you're really wearing blush, but it gives you a healthy, I don't know, it just gives you some depth on your cheeks. Overall, I like the way the Tarte blushes feel. They are a little powdery, but I still like them, and I think if you're going to get a higher end blush, then this is the way to do it. Otherwise, I'm a big fan of Milani's blushes, as you guys know, and drugstore blushes. So really, if you're kind of on the fence about it and you feel like the 42 bucks can go a long way with something else, don't worry about it. But if you are really, really dying to grab one of these and maybe you didn't get the one from last year and you were kind of bummed about that, then go ahead and get this one. I still think it is a beautiful palette to have in your collection. I do like the diversity of the blushes because you have a mauve, a peach, a pink, a berry shade, and kind of a peachy beige. So I think they're all diverse enough where you get a lot for the $42. Another thing to keep in mind is that for the 2014 palette, you are not going to be able to get these in the permanent collection. They are all limited edition, brand new shades, so that's a lot of fun. Last year's palette had some that are permanent, like their Park Avenue Princess is a permanent bronzer. So last year's blush palette came with 4 blushes and 1 bronzer. This is their Park Avenue Princess bronzer. It kind of feels more like cardboard, but I still liked it. It's very simple and easy to travel with if necessary. There's a coral on this one that's not in this year's palette. There's a berry shade in last year's palette that is kind of in between the berry and the mauve in this year's collection or this year's palette. The peachy shade is pretty similar to this one right over here. Pink is kind of like this year's palette, but this year's palette's pink is a lot more cool toned, and last year's was a little bit warmer. Those are the similarities between the two palettes. These are obviously going to be a little bit smaller than the actual solo blushes, but I don't think it's a big deal because I don't really finish my blushes very often, so it's nice to just go out and get something that has a different range that you can choose from. So if you are someone who likes to collect makeup, and not just collect makeup, but actually use a lot of different types of makeup and try different things, I think this is a really good palette. And also, if you just know someone like that in your life, it may be good to pick one up now for the holidays. So I think it would be a good Christmas gift, or just a gift to someone that you care about. Maybe their birthday is coming up soon. I think this is a really good gift because you do get so much for so little. And I don't want to say so little because it's still $42 and you can get a lot with $42. But to get 5 different blushes from Tarte, I think it's a really good deal. And these blushes are really pigmented. They last on me all day long during work. I don't know if it's a 12-hour blush because I never really wear my makeup for 12 hours, but it does hold on my cheeks all day at work and it doesn't fade or anything. So I like these blushes a lot, and this is the only way I've ever tried Tarte blushes. I've never picked up a single blush from them because of these palettes. I think they're so worth the money. Overall, I'm happy I got this blush palette. It is my favorite type of makeup, so that is why I would like to get a blush palette versus like another eyeshadow palette. If you like trying different kinds of blush shades, then go for it. Otherwise, you're really not going to be missing out too much. But I really do like this, so just letting you guys know, I just think it's worth the money. In case I missed anything, I will have more information about the blushes in the description box if you're interested, or you can ask me a question in a comment below. I feel like this is a really brief video, but there's not much to it. I mean, I just like them. If you're going to try a higher end blush, Tarte blushes are really good. They are just a little powdery, so heads up with that. But overall, I think they last on my cheeks for a long time and I'm very happy with them. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, if you picked it up, or maybe you're not going to pick it up, or maybe just your experience with Tarte blushes in general. I'd love to know. And that is it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all again really soon. Bye!